Please remember to like and subscribe, as the bigger we can get this channel, the more people we can reach, and a bigger community we can have to help each other. You know, I love reading your guys' comments. Thank you so much for all the love and support from my last video of my kitty that I lost this past week. But today's talk, I wanna talk about how the narcissist doesn't get over us, because we forget that the narcissist is almost like just a narcissist, and that they will not get over us. We're so concerned about trying to kind of get over them and heal ourselves and move on from this relationship. We think, and this is very, very much on purpose, we think that they're over us in a heartbeat, and that they're off to their new supply and love bombing, and they're happy, and life is a bowl of cherries for them. But you have to remember that's completely an illusion. And the narcissist doesn't get over us. That's why we're always in danger of a Hoover. You know, if you're listening to this channel and these talks, it means that you're doing, you know, proper self-work on yourself to heal yourself. And that is something a narcissist will never do. That's why they can never move on and heal from any relationship that they've ever had. And they'll never get over any breakup. They don't know how to do their own self-work so they can improve. Instead, what they do is continue their cycle of finding new supply, love bombing them, sucking every ounce of fuel out of them, discarding them, you know, and then moving on. And that's their cycle. So, you know, the mentality of a narcissist is that they don't need to do self-work. You know, the problem is always everybody else. You know, the reason why their relationship didn't work out is because it was someone else's faults and problems. Because they'll see themselves almost as perfect in the relationship, and they had to leave or move on or discard you because there was something wrong with you. And as they go on through their relationship after relationship, they get faster and faster at it, love bombing harder and faster. And then like they'll get, if you dated the narcissist, say for a year, and you got married after a year, the relationship after that, they're going to date them only for 6 months before they go and get married to them. You know, and if they had kids with you after 2 years, after just 1 year from their next relationship, they're going to have kids with that person. So, and that's what they do. They don't know how to look within themselves, and they can't. I mean, if a narcissist was really going to look at themselves, like how scary would that be? So they're never going to do that. And you really have to look internally to do self-work, to fix things that go wrong. Instead, they just get another mask and flip it on and move on to the new supply. And when you know that that's what's happening with them, and the reason they always come back for the Hoover is because they never got over you. They still want you, but their ego will never let you know that or anybody else know that. And this happens with friends as well, you know, like all the friends that you had while you guys were in your relationship, a lot of times, and it's very upsetting, they steal your friends away and turn them into flying monkeys, and then they actually get fuel from friends that way and then discard them. And they don't feel like they need to fix the relationship with their friends either. They always think they can just get other friends that can do more for them, you know. So they're like that's why if you see, or sorry, like listen, I guess, to one of my other talks about the aging narcissist, it's a scary outcome for them, because they never do any self-work and establish real relationships, and they always end up alone, and they always maintain the illusion that they are over you. You know, it's almost like in in a normal relationship, you always have that very first burst out of like, oh, I don't need them. You know, like you see these guys in a normal relationship, they when they break up, they act like their heart isn't broken, and they go out and have fun, and they try to get, date and try to, concentrate on work and all that stuff. But for normal guys, they eventually, it's a short-lived burst. Eventually they withdraw and look within and do self-work, and then they kind of go into hermit mode for a bit and don't date. And then when they feel like they're ready and they've healed and worked on themselves enough, and then they go out and start dating seriously to get another relationship. Okay, so that's like the normal path. But a narcissist doesn't do that. They go and are forever in the going out and, let's go be successful and let's date and but they just go out and get new supply. They never kind of go into hermit mode and just work on themselves, which is what you're supposed to do after a relationship. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing right now. You're listening to YouTube videos, you're seeking advice, you're getting insight, you're healing, you're working on yourself, you're getting understanding about what happened in a relationship. And that's what should tell you, because a lot of people out there think they were the narcissist, and that was you're not. You're listening to this talk. You are not the narcissist. They are. It's their way of making you feel like that was very much on purpose, trying to get you to make you feel like you were the narcissist, but you're not. You're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to better yourself, and you're trying to heal properly. Okay, so you are not the narcissist. They are. You're normal. And you will eventually, all of us, no matter how bad the breakup was, we're all eventually going to heal and get over them properly, not by delusioning ourselves or masking over it or going out and getting into a new relationship and doing all that. We're not all going to do that. Like we might for a short time, but we're really all going within to work on ourselves and then move on to have a healthier relationship. But the narcissist will never do that, and they're forever actually going to still want you. They always want to have you as an option to go back to, and that's what the hoovering is. And it also means they will never ever get over you. They just collect their jars of hearts of everybody and never want to kind of let them go. It's an absolute smoke and mirrors illusion that they're in this perfect relationship with the new supply, and they're on purpose trying to make the new supply seem better than you, even though they're not, and that they're over you instantly. They are not. They are completely burying any kind of emotions that they have, masking over it, and keeping themselves distracted with the love bombing. And they never ever go within. They just keep moving forward and going into new relationships. And so don't think that, well, this is, because like a lot of us feel so it's unfair that we're going through such carnage and they're off traveling the world having this great time. But the thing is, they will never ever be happy the way we have potential to be happy with new relationships. They're in this endless cycle with a very, very dark ending always. So and that's why I'm doing these talks, to let people know that we're all going to be okay. We're doing the self work. We're coming together. A lot of us in the comments are always helping each other, giving insight about the relationships that they have. So we're all going to be okay. So we have to just kind of leave the narcissist behind. We can't fix them. We know that they're always going to come back to hoover us, because they're never going to ever get over us. And they can look like they're happy with their new supply all they want. But really they get more and more empty inside the the more through life as they go through all these relationships. And it's really actually quite sad, because we've educated ourselves and we know what the narcissist is and where they're headed, and we are able to move on more with our lives and not give them fuel, and know that everything that you see them doing is an absolute illusion. They didn't work not one day on themselves to improve themselves or their relationship. They actually got worse. So don't don't think that that they've moved on and they're all happy. They did not. They actually still miss the relationship they had with you, but they don't know how to fix themselves. They don't know how to do self-work. They just knew how to move on, and that's what they did. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. I'm so glad that you guys have found us here. I look forward to reading all of your comments and suggestions for other videos that you want me to talk about. And I'm just so glad that you guys found us here on YouTube as we all move forward post-narcissist.